This is chapter 36 of The Lake. 36. The weight of the secret is heavy, but rather than feeling lighter now that I've told Ollie I want to crawl under a rock, realization hits and his jaw drops. You were responsible for the fire? It wasn't entirely my fault. I mean, it was, but it was an accident. What happened? I was 8. The older kids had been sneaking out and bragging about it. I thought it would be cool if I did the same. It was so stupid. Ollie takes my hands in his and a glimmer of hope settles in my chest. Maybe he won't hate me. What happened? He asks. They used to sneak out the back window in the cabins and go down that trail. I didn't know it led into town back then. I went out one night, past the camp's border and onto public land. I was a little scared but kept thinking about how the older kids would react the next day when I told them. Meaning in Ollie's eyes, I wince. I came to the clearing where people camp and no one was there. I lit a fire and it got out of hand. Tell him what you and Kayla did to Lily and you chicken. Whoa, he breathes. Okay, well that was bad, but it was an accident. I never meant for it to happen. I added too many sticks to the fire. It collapsed as the sticks under the new ones gave way, and the whole thing toppled sideways and hit that small group of trees. I gulp. It was almost like adding gasoline. The trees caught fire that fast, and it had barely rained all summer. Ollie squeezes my hands, telling me it's okay. Nothing about that night was okay, though. He doesn't understand that because I can't find the words or the strength to tell him the rest. We're new friends. What if he doesn't keep my secret? I hated myself for a long time after that, I say. What did you do once the fire spread? He asks. I ran, like a little coward. I ran back to camp and slipped through the window. By the time I heard sirens, I was back in bed. The whole forest didn't catch fire purely because of the number of rocks around the trees and the lack of debris. Any longer, though, and one of the trees could have fallen over and reached the others. Who called 911? I don't know. There was a lot of smoke, so it could have been anyone. I heard a rumor that it was some people outside a bar who noticed the fire. You never told anyone? No, never. In the morning there was a couple of cops at camp. I thought they'd come for me, but it turned out they were just asking the counselors if they noticed anything. Over breakfast we were all told that there had been a fire off-site, and you decided not to tell. Ollie isn't asking me a question. I was so scared of what would happen. It was an accident, so there was no point in getting myself in trouble, getting kicked out of camp, and giving the camp a bad name. How would it look when the counselors didn't know the campers were sneaking out at night? He frowns. Do you think they're doing that now? There never used to be locks on the windows. Now the only window you can get out of in their room is a fire escape with an alarm on it. Jesus, Ollie mutters, dropping my hands. I regret it. Every day I've regretted what I did that night. I wish I could go back and stop it from happening. I was so stupid. You were 8. I still knew right from wrong. Damn, Esme, he rubs his jaw. All this time. I think whoever is doing this might know that it was me that night, I whisper. Ollie's eyes snap to me and widen like an inflating balloon. Why would you think that? The lake never forgets. What other crap has happened here besides the forest almost being burned to the ground and someone getting hurt? Probably lots of things. I arch an eyebrow, such as, I don't know, but I doubt you're the only one who has ever gotten themselves into trouble here. Ollie blows out a long breath, as if there's something else he wants to say but won't. I tilt my head, my eyes piercing into his, as if I'll actually be able to read his mind. He looks away. When he remains silent, I sigh. Maybe we should go to bed. Are you for real? You think I'm hiding something again? You search my room because you think I'm a stalker. Then you offload your secret onto me, and still you think I'm hiding something. I can see that you are. How? Because you can barely look me in the eye. I don't know what you're talking about. I reach for him, but he backs up, shaking his head. Please tell me if there's something, Ollie, I say. All of this is driving me insane. If we know for sure, once and for all, what this craziness is about, then we might be able to stop it. Esme? Please, there's nothing to tell, he says, scowling. My jaw drops as he turns and walks out of the cupboard. He shuts the door a little harder than necessary, and I know one thing for sure, Ollie's keeping secrets too.